我在最好的时候碰到你，是我的运气。可惜我没时间了。
In 2013, Wong Kar-wai released The Grandmaster, the film that looks like it's about Ip Man, but it's also about someone else. Gong Er, a woman who could fight but was never allowed to become a master. In her time, being a daughter, a woman, meant that you could be strong, but never in charge. This video essay looks at how the film uses silence, framing, and structure to show what she's denied, not because she fails, but because the world wouldn't let her win. We will explore this in 3 parts: how she is denied the right to inherit, the space to speak, and the chance to be remembered. This may be the most relevant scene in The Grandmaster, Gong Yutian standing in the center of the frame, surrounded by glowing curtains and the floor decor. His daughter, Gong Er, is placed in the foreground, but shadowed, blurred, and unfocused. She is only a step away, but visually pushed aside.
你是定了亲的人了，江湖的事和你没关系。当个好大夫，平平安安的，就是尽孝心了。
She doesn't speak. Her silence is not emotional, it's structural. The decorative curtains aren't just aesthetic. They symbolize a dazzling, rule-bounded world, where women are present, but never admitted. As film scholar E. N. Kaplan argues that the woman is not an active agent in a narrative film. She is framed, gazed at, placed, never allowed to control the frame. Gong Er does not lack strength. She simply was never allowed to claim the frame, or the legacy. This is one of the most quietly intense moments in The Grandmaster. In the Golden Chamber, Gong Er sits alone at the center. Behind her, rows of women dressed in gorgeous costumes fill in the background. The lighting creates a scene as refined as in oil painting, but beneath this beauty lies a cold sense of isolation. The camera slowly pulls back, placing her in the visual center. Yet all the other characters look away, eyes fixed on the entrance, waiting for Ip Man. Gong Er, however, looks in the opposite direction, not just physically, but ideologically. This visual contrast creates tension. She is at the center, but completely ignored. The collective refusal to return her gaze becomes a symbolic form of exclusion. The opera-era Casta Diva begins, a song about purity and plenty of grace. Its softness contrasts with Gong Er's quiet determination. There are no words in this scene. It's shaped by silence, music, and gaze. And this silence, as scholar Tanya argues, can be read as elective mutism, a willful residence from a silence that allows marginalized voice to speak without speaking. With their cold or disapproving looks, the women in the background not just decorate the frame, they represent a society that questions why Gong Er is even there. She's visible but not welcome. We now arrive at the end of Gong Er's life. There's no image of her death, no ceremony, only a black screen and a few lines of white text. This minimized treatment isn't accidental. Gong Er disappears from the historical narrative without even being allowed to appear.
公家从无败绩，宫二一生也没输给过谁。要输，他宁愿输给自己。
Then comes Ip Man's voice cover. But these words are not hers. Her story is not spoken by herself, but through another man's voice. Her life is narrated from a male perspective. As Mary points out, the voice in cinema often carries authority, especially when it's detached from a visible female body. This act of speaking for her reflects how women's stories in cinema are often told by others, not themselves. Gong Er, despite her will, skill, and sacrifice, cannot leave her name. She is not erased for lack of words, but because, as a woman of that era, she was never allowed to write her own story.